Hey everybody, it's Justin, your guide into the other side. Today I want to do a deep dive into enchanting and how it can help you, farm sediment fragments or fight shattered. So how does it really work? Let's just kind of jump right into the official infographic. And basically on the side here, we can kind of see our Odas sitting around a campfire, casting a spell collectively to buff our farmers and our fighters, right? So essentially, enchanters need to remain rooted to the camp for their buffs to be active, right? So Kodas and Kodamars assigned to enchanting cannot participate in farming and hunting, right? So again, they're going to occupy a different enchanter slot outside of the worker placement slots that are originally outlined by our environment here. So that's definitely going to be interesting. But let's just kind of move on to what enchanters are going to do, right? We can kind of see from this infographic, our farmer Oda is basically harvesting these sediment fragments. I guess it kind of has an outline to show that it has a buff. And then we can also see our fighter having a buff when it's fighting shattered. So, right off the bat, enchanters boost the skills of all Odas assigned to their Otherguide camp simultaneously. So that sentence was interesting to me, mainly because at first I thought that enchanters I thought you would have a choice between, buffing farmers at any given one period of time or fighting, buffing fighters. But apparently it's both at the same time. So that's a lot more powerful than I expected. And I like that. And then again, the more enchanter Mars that you have, okay, the faster your farmers will farm and the better your hunters will fight. So that implies that you can have more than one enchanter on a deed at any given period of time. So, since they don't fall within this original worker placement, assignment slots, they have their own allocation of slots that could scale, based off of environment here, or it could be static. I'm not sure. We'll have to see what Yuga decides to do. That's certainly going to be interesting, and it's going to be really, really cool to see if we have stackable buffs or if there are going to be different kinds of buffs, etc., etc. And then the last sentence here, when utilized correctly, enchanters provide a great advantage to any team. And I do personally believe that. I think that enchanters overall will be really important towards optimizing, to that end game, to really getting that advantage when you are, farming these sediment fragments as efficiently as possible, and when you are trying to get a leaderboard advantage, especially when you're buffing your your Odas to fight against shattered. But again, really powerful auxiliary back end role, critical, I think, and probably long-term type of thing. So again, I do want to bring to your attention, what other possible things could we have that could help us fight shattered and get a better spot on the leaderboard. And personally, I do think that is the battle alliances. So if you haven't taken a look at battle alliances, I highly suggest that you scroll down to the very the friends update, essentially. And we're not going to battle alone. In addition to enchanters buffing, our fighters, we can also use battle ally NFTs to help us fight shattered much more effectively. We can use their essentially reinforcements, and then owning one of these battle ally NFTs creates more ways to vanquish shattered and gather their treasures, right? So if you have a low tier environment, with limited hunter slots, you could decide to employ a battle ally NFT that it has their own slot, just like enchanters. It can help you basically get you a better spot on the leaderboard, and you can choose your battle alliance wisely. Have a limited number of slots. So essentially, we kind of know already what our battle alliances are. Outside of our Kodas and our Odas, we have Renga Incorporated here. There's Wagmi-san with 10 KTF. I've also done a little bit of a deep dive into Forgotten Runes Wizard Cult. There's also obviously our Bored Ape Yacht Club and our probably more Mutant Apes too. We have our heavy metals, Heavy Metal Forge and the Rift, basically heavies. And then we have Meebits, World of Women. I think this is Gremplins, Cryptodes. And then we also have Mutant Hounds, which also has Serum City on the back end, or that's cooking. So if you have a battle alliance, if you are looking at one, do keep in mind there are additional experiences that may or may not be cooking on the back end with each of their teams. Because I know I'm certainly interested in Magic and the Forgotten Runeverse here, as well as Serum City in the Mutant Hounds. But I'm sure that all the other battle alliances are also cooking a nice, game experience. But obviously do your own research and we'll see. But outside of battle alliances, what are you looking at? What are you looking at with regards to enchanters? Are you going to fight? Are you going to farm? Are you going to employ battle alliances? Definitely let me know in the comments below. But honestly, I hope this video has been interesting, or I hope you've learned something from it. You can definitely hit that like and subscribe button. Helps me create more content in the future. But honestly, that's all I got for you today. Definitely hit me up on Twitter or Discord if you need any help or if you have any questions. But otherwise, I'll see you guys around, and we'll see you on the other side. Peace.